Okay, so this is Nazgul version 2 F5 version 2. He used to be a really good drone, but with the time I needed his part for my other drones, so that's what left. And today is a special day because I have all the parts that I need, all the parts that missing for the drone arrived today. So let's see what we got here. The GPS connector that is supposed to go to the flight controller, 4 cables, anti-spark unit that basically designed to prevent when you connect a 6 cells battery, a small spark that happen in an older system. This is supposed to eliminate it. What do we have here? Solid frame. This coming with the frame. This is responsible for the LEDs on the Nazgul, all the LEDs. So basically 2 side plates connecting to here, 1, 2. This going to here, and this connecting straight to the flight controller and providing the lights. So basically everything here is in place, and now we will try to build this drone, bring him back to life. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so what do we have here? This is ESC that perfectly works with the Nazgul. It's like BNF use it as a built-in Blitz ESC and flight controller. So I used that one for some other drones. That's why it looked like that. And also they usually have a built-in capacitor that sits over here. I removed it because there was no space for it on my other drone. But I also used on the Nazgul some different ESC which require me to find a space for capacitor on frame, which I basically did a hole here and put the capacitor inside. So all I need to do is just unsolder this 2 cables and connect the capacitor. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so motors installed but not soldered yet. So we have here this ESC. We have here this ESC. That's a cable that connects to the motherboard, the flight controller. Later, here we have 3 for each motor cable, and the final connection is that need to be here to give power to the drone, and this 2 on here. This is the capacitor. So the challenge now is to solder the motors, but this time I don't want to solder them from top. I will solder them from bottom of the ESC, because this specific ESC have the option to solder also from the other side. And the reason I'm doing this, it's because when you assemble the plate, this plate with the lights, this side of the plate is kind of pushing, it's pushing on the wires, and that can cause unwanted disconnection of the motor during the flight. So this time we will try to solder the wires from the bottom, from the other side of the ESC. Okay, good luck to us. Okay, so now is the part where we're gonna need to install the O3 air unit and the receiver crossfire with the antenna, and find a place for the receiver somewhere. Anyway, this TPU specifically here is a hole for one antenna, which you don't really need. You don't really need to install two. Some people say it's make a big difference, some people say it doesn't matter. Anyway, if your destination is like 5 kilometers and back, you don't need to upgrade the original antenna. It's doing a great job. The only thing that we need to install is this heatsink. This heatsink supposed to go on the DJI air unit, and then all of it together comes here. Is a special place for it. Okay, let's go for it. As you can see, already soldered the motors in the bottom of the ESC. The flight controller is connected because I tested the motors that they all work and everything is okay. So now we can proceed for the installation of the receiver and the DJI O3. Okay, so here we have installed the DJI antenna, the heatsink, and this is the cable for the DJI air unit. It's connected here, but this have a separation cable over here. This cable, it's designed in case you wanna use DJI remote controller, and if you wanna use that, you just need to plug this into connector here to the flight controller. If you don't wanna use that, and we wanna use, for example, crossfire, here the antenna is already installed, and here it goes. This antenna will be connected to receiver, and instead of that 2 wires, we're gonna have 4 from the receiver that will connect here in the place where the control of the quad gonna be. As you can see, all the motors soldered to the ESC. I still not attach completely the flight controller because we did not connect it everything yet. Small detail, important detail, that the DJI air unit. You have the camera, and and here you have this TPU with the hole. So the designers want you to disconnect this camera from the unit, take the wire through this hole, and then connect it again. By the way, to install the antenna, you need to do the same. You need to disconnect the antenna, put the heatsink over here, and reattach the antenna back after you take it through this hole over here. So very good progress so far. That's how it looked like. And what we're gonna do next is, as I just said, I will take the air unit through this hole and attach it to its point where it's supposed to be. After that, we're gonna solder the power cables, this one, and the capacitor over here. You can see the capacitor from the bottom side. It's just inside the frame. I needed to drill this to put the capacitor. I must say this one is a better one than the one comes with the ESC, and do a better job for longer time. But also the one with the ESC is also fine. Okay, so let's keep the assembly. Okay, so after a few hours of work, been able to install the receiver, this unit. I checked in the computer, everything is working. This solder to ESC, receiver to motherboard, camera pads installed on the sides, and we're all ready. Put the first plate, GPS, the GPS cables, and we're kind of about to finish and go for the programming part. Basically, very nice drone, very nice construction, very friendly. I did many steps that are not in the video, but if I'm gonna stop on every step, it's gonna take much longer. So if you have any questions, please send me directly, and I will try to help if you need. Okay, let's keep up the assembly. Okay, we're gonna try to fly low on these ropes with the sky reflection. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. The takeoff.